Hello everyone, my name is Dev Tanguria and today I with my brother Guru Tanguria and my friends Asulya and Priyamvada are going to present this PowerPoint on tenses. Tenses refer to a form of a verb that shows if something happens in the past, present or future. Tenses can be broadly classified into three main categories: present tense, past tense or the future tense. Let us look at the definition of each of the following tenses. Present tense. Present tense is a tense expressing an action that is currently going on or habitually performed or a state that currently or generally exists. For example, he walks to work or he does not take care of his health. Now comes the second category, past tense. Past tense is a tense expressing an action that has happened or a state that previously existed. For example, Neha wrote the letter to her husband or he finished his work yesterday. Now comes the third category, future tense. Future tense is a tense expressing an action that has not yet happened or a state that does not yet exist. For example, I will help you or Tanuja will go to Delhi tomorrow.
Indefinite form. It refers to an action which is in the process of being performed. Continuous form. It indicates an action which is in process. Perfect form. It refers to an action that is completed. Perfect continuous form. It refers to an action that was started some time back and is still in process. Present indefinite tense. Habitual actions. Example, I get up early in the morning, he walks to work. Universal truth facts of life. Example, the sun rises in the morning. What is now taking place? Example, here he comes, Vinay. Look how he runs. A future action when futurity of an action is in the near future is clear from the context. Example, the college reopens on 1st July. Don't go until I allow you. Past continuous tense. A habit that is often repeated. Example, Vikas is always working on that picture in the mornings. My father is always praising my sister. An action that is in process at the time of speaking. Example, the children are playing in the garden. She is weeping now. Present perfect. Subject plus have oblique has plus past participle makes the present perfect tense, which is used to describe something that happened in the past, but the exact time it happened is not important. It has relationship with the present. Formula for present perfect is affirmative. Subject plus to have plus past participle makes she has visited. Negative. Subject plus to have plus not plus past participle makes she has not visited or she hasn't visited. Interrogative. To have plus subject plus past participle makes has she visited. Negative interrogative. To have plus not plus subject plus past participle makes hasn't she visited. Present perfect continuous tense. An action or event that began some time ago and still going on. I have been living in this house since 1996. An action which was going on still a recent point of time and whose result is still present. Example, she has been swimming for 2 hours.
The past tense, the past indefinite tense. The tense is used to express a habitual or regular action in the past. For example, he never told a lie in his life. Every day he went for a swim. An action in the past which has now entered. For example, he lived in Jabalpur for 20 years. An event that happened at a particular time in the past, usually used with an adverb phrase. For example, he left home for office at 9:30 yesterday. The past continuous tense. An action in progress at a point of time in the past. Example, at 10 p.m. I was watching a television serial. An action in progress at some point time in the past when another action took place. Example, the bus was crossing the bridge when the bridge collapsed. Two or more action going at the same time. Example, while I was reading in the library, my friend was watching the TV. The past perfect tense. An action in the past completed before another action also in the past. Example, By the time the doctor arrived, the patient has died. An action or event that happened earlier when looked at from a point of time in the past. Example, at 9 o'clock the train has left. An action or event in the past which denotes causes for later action in the past. Example, I did not know the man because I had not seen him before. The past perfect continuous tense. The tense is used to express an action or event that had begun and was going on up to a point of time is the past. Example, the telephone bell had been ringing for 2 minutes, but there was nobody to attend to it. The future tense. English verbs do not have a special form of expressing future time. Instead, there are several ways of expressing it. The most important of them are will or shall infinitive. Example, the parcel will arrive tomorrow. Be going to infinitive. Example, the parcel is going to arrive tomorrow. Present continuous. Example, the parcel is arriving tomorrow. Simple present. Example, the parcel arrives tomorrow. Will or shall continuous infinitive. Example, the parcel will be arriving tomorrow.
The future indefinite. We must always use shall when we are expressing first person simple future action, while will is always used with all other words. For example, I shall go now. You will sleep now. They will leave tomorrow. It is very common to say I will or we will, but it's incorrect. After this, if we talk about expressing command, promise, threat and determination, we use will with the first person and shall with the second and third persons. For example, thou shall not steal. Here we have used shall with the second person word thou. I will have a holiday tomorrow. I will do better next time. Here we have used the word will with the first person word I. Last example, you shall be punished. Here again we have used the word shall with the second person word you. After this, if we talk about going to form, it is used to express the speaker's intention to perform a future action or an action that is expected to take place. For example, I am going to purchase a new scooter. Second example, he is going to fail if he wastes his time like this. These are two examples of the future indefinite tense. After this, if we talk about the future continuous tense, it is used to express an action or event that is expected to take place in future in the natural course. For example, a new batch of students will be arriving in July. Here we are expecting that the new batch will arrive in July. Or it is used to express an action or an event that is expected to be in progress at a point of time in future. For example, when he reaches Patna, it shall be raining there. Then the future perfect tense. This tense form is used to express an action expected to be completed by a certain time in the future. For example, I shall have finished writing this monograph by the end of next month. Here the writer is expecting that he will complete his monograph by the end of the next month. The future perfect continuous tense. The future perfect continuous tense, also sometimes called the future perfect progressive, is a verb tense that describes actions that will continue up until a point in the future. For example, Rita will have been waiting for the train at the station for 3 hours. Ramesh will not have been practicing for the test match throughout the day. So here we complete our presentation. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day ahead.